As the weight of destiny settles ever heavier on Prince William's shoulders, a quiet transformation is taking place at the heart of the British monarchy. The man once known to the public as Wills, the shy, earnest heir who navigated his mother's death under relentless media scrutiny, has become the architect of a future royal house poised for dramatic change. Gone are the days of rigid hierarchy and unquestioned tradition. In their place, William is carefully, methodically, laying out a vision for the crown that balances centuries-old duty with the urgent demands of the modern world. It's a future forged not in grand proclamations or sweeping gestures, but in the private silences of palace corridors, in the steel-edged resilience learned through decades of public service, and in the bittersweet knowledge that personal sacrifice is often the price of true leadership. William's approach, according to those closest to him, is both pragmatic and deeply felt, shaped as much by heartbreak and loss as by a sense of unbreakable responsibility. At 43, the Prince of Wales remains famously tight-lipped about his ultimate plans for his reign. No formal address, no tell-all interview has ever fully revealed the blueprints taking shape behind the walls of Kensington Palace. And yet, among royal watchers and insiders, there's little doubt that William has already drawn the outlines of a new era, one defined by both strategic innovation and, unmistakably, by a single glaring absence. 4 years, the world imagined William and Harry as the monarchy's golden duo, the brothers who would carry their mother's torch, who would navigate a 21st-century crown together, blending tradition with reform, steady hands on the wheel of a ship of state that often seemed adrift. They were, as one former palace aide described, inseparable, two halves of a whole, each balancing the other's strengths and flaws. Their shared laughter on military exercises, their whispered asides at family events, their united front during crisis, these images reassured a public hungry for continuity and hope. But all of that, as we now know, has been swept away. The rupture, first hinted at in fleeting tabloid headlines and later made painfully explicit in Harry's memoir, Spare, was not just a family drama, but a public crisis. Harry's decision to step back from royal life in 2020, followed by the shockwaves of his and Meghan's interviews, legal battles, and increasingly pointed criticisms, shattered the dream of a united front. The vision of William and Harry as co-architects of the modern monarchy evaporated almost overnight, leaving behind not just bruised egos, but a gaping void at the heart of royal planning. He was meant to be William's wingman, recalls veteran royal correspondent Jenny Bond. Harry would have played a role not unlike Princess and to her brother Charles, a trusted confidant, a steady presence, a source of strength when the burden of the crown grew too heavy. Now, that role is empty and no one feels its absence more acutely than William himself. Behind palace gates, friends say the prince has mourned the loss of his brother not just as family, but as the only person who truly understood the loneliness, the scrutiny, the cost of growing up royal. In private, there were conversations, pleas for reconciliation, moments of hope. But in the end, sources say, William made peace with a new reality. Harry is no longer part of the monarchy's inner circle. It's a great personal loss, one confidant shared, but William is pragmatic. He's moving forward, not looking back. And so, the question becomes, who will stand at William's side as he builds the monarchy of the future? The answer, as it turns out, speaks volumes about both the prince's instincts and the changing face of royalty itself. Following in his father's footsteps, William is expected to embrace a slimmed-down monarchy, a smaller, more agile royal team focused on service, accessibility, and relevance. But the cast of supporting characters is evolving in surprising ways. Chief among them is a figure few would have predicted, Zara Tindall. Zara, the daughter of Princess Anne and granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth II, has long operated on the fringes of official royal life. She's never sought a title or the limelight, preferring the world of competitive equestrianism, charity work, and the cozy chaos of her close-knit family. And yet, to those who know William, her appeal is obvious, grounded, loyal, with an easy charm that resonates with the public. Zara's never chased the spotlight, says Bond. But she's respected, she's likable, and, most importantly, she's trusted. With Harry gone, William is drawing closer to those who bring both heart and integrity to the table. Zara, her husband Mike Tindall, the steadfast Princess Anne, and a handful of other working royals known more for their reliability than for scandal or ambition. His leaning on the ones who don't want fame, they want to serve, explains a senior palace aide. It's a conscious shift, designed to insulate the monarchy from the turbulence of recent years, and to reassure a nation hungry for stability. For King Charles, the changing dynamic is bittersweet. Insiders describe an emotional moment when William privately outlined his plans for the future, including, pointedly, Harry's absence from the inner circle. Charles, known for his sentimental heart beneath the regal reserve, was silent for a long moment before offering a father's wisdom. "You must do what's right for the crown," he reportedly told William, "but I will always believe in the bond of brothers." It was a hope rooted in love, tempered by the realities of sovereignty. Charles has expressed pride in his son's resilience, his willingness to rise above personal wounds for the sake of duty. "He may not agree with every choice," says a family friend, "but he respects William's conviction. There is, in the end, a shared understanding of what the crown demands and what it costs." Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, Harry continues to send out olive branches, some public, some private. In a recent BBC interview, he admitted, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point continuing to fight anymore, life is precious." The words, though heartfelt, may have come too late. Years of public grievances, lawsuits, and painful revelations have eroded the trust that once bound the brothers. Royal experts are near unanimous in their assessment: Harry, whatever his regrets, is unlikely ever to be brought back into the institution in any official capacity. William doesn't hate his brother, insists Jenny Bond. But he's accepted that Harry is no longer part of the machine. That's the heartbreak. That's the cost. As the monarchy faces an uncertain future, the world's eyes turn to William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. The couple's approachable style, their passion for mental health advocacy, and their willingness to engage with a public that demands both transparency and tradition have already set them apart. They are, in many ways, the face of a new royal brand, less distant, more relatable, and fiercely protective of their young family. "William is building a monarchy that connects," says a senior advisor. "He'll lean on Zara and Mike, on those who have proven themselves, through thick and thin, to be loyal to both the crown and the country." In the end, the story of William's reign will not be measured solely by grand gestures or pageantry, but by the choices he makes in the shadows, by the people he trusts, and the sacrifices he endures. The vision may be smaller, more refined, but it will beat with real emotional depth. "A king is not made by crown or title," Charles once confided to a courtier, "but by the choices he makes when no one is watching." William is already making those choices. And now, the world is watching too. What do you think, viewers? Is William's vision for a reformed, emotionally resilient monarchy the right move for the future? Can the crown truly thrive without Harry's presence? Who would you want at the side of the next king? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth royal analysis. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of the modern monarchy.